So today, I wanted to talk to you about the PROTECT formula and tell you a few stories about it and what it is and why I created it, and give you a couple more Dr. Schulze stories that you probably don't know. And so the PROTECT formula is something that I actually designed and made and utilized in my clinic, but I never really pushed it. And then when my clinic was closed and I had created American Botanical Pharmacy with Adam, we only brought about 35 of the 500 formulas I made in my clinic online, and in the last couple years we've been bringing many more of them online, and our goal is over the next couple years to bring maybe 30, 40 more of the formulas, make them available to everybody. So today is really all about the PROTECT formula, and I want you to know what it is and what it's about, and tell you a few good stories. And I'd like to start with, last year at some time I got a phone call and I was asked to speak at a seminar. Now that in and of itself isn't that unusual, except that this seminar was about how to kill people. In fact, kill them very quickly. So it was a strange call, because that's really not my line of business, as you know, is to help people heal themselves very quickly. But this was a group of people that train the Navy SEALs. They're a private contractor that train Navy SEALs. They train most of our military elite, like Special Forces. They teach all the three-lettered government agencies like the FBI and the CIA and the DOJ and the DEA. And they train them basically in what happens when you're out of bullets, you're tied up, and to save the world from a terrorist, you got to make something happen right now. So they teach these people how to fight in a way that you or I never want to know about. And basically how to kill people very quickly to protect themselves, to protect many other people. And that's what this seminar was about. And I was asked to speak there. And so I asked them why, and there was one reason I suspected. One of the reasons is because I actually trained with the founders of this system many years ago. When I was in my late 20s, I trained with the people who eventually developed this system. It was the descendants of the Bruce Lee School, and Bruce Lee, of course, his school was here in California. The other reason is because they thought that my program matched their program. And their program was basically, when you're out of bullets, out of knives, cornered, have extreme odds against you, and you're going to die, they would teach you how to survive, thrive, and win in this situation. And they said, my system of healing is basically when everybody's told you that you're going to die, the medical doctors say, go home, you can't be well, there's nothing we can do, the odds are impossible. That I tell people all the time, the odds aren't impossible. In fact, there's 1,000 things that you can do to heal yourself. And they said, don't you see, you're teaching our system. And I thought about it, and I thought, they're right. We're both teaching systems in emergency situations. When everybody's saying it's impossible, we're saying, no, it is possible, and you can win. Of course, their training is very different than my training, but we have the same philosophy. In fact, when I looked on their website, lo and behold, they had talked about me. And they said that I was basically training people in their system of healing. But theirs is a system of survival and fighting against terrorists, and mine was a system of survival and fighting against disease. But I realized we were very similar. So I went for a day and studied their system in the seminar, and then the next day I taught my system of healing using all of their technology and terminology. And it was really fun because they could easily understand what I was talking about. Now you got to imagine that these people were some of the toughest people in the universe. I mean, these are the kind of people that make bombs out of toothpaste. You've seen it on TV in the movies. I mean, these are killers, okay? And I basically started by addressing the room and all these people and letting them know that suppose I knew something that was going to come to your house and kill your parents and kill your kids and kill your wife or husband and kill you. And boy, did you see a group of very tough people, very scary people, look very nervous when I spoke to them that way. And I said, well, I do know something, but it's not what you're expecting because these people have trained their whole life to be able to defeat anybody. And I said, I do know something that's going to come to your house and kill every member of your family and you. And it's disease. And it's going to get you all eventually. And so I got their attention. And really what I started explaining to them was my system for combating disease, for fighting against disease, for winning your health back when you're faced with disease. Now, all the people in this room felt that they could handle just about every horrible situation that you could imagine that could happen to you in life, but they had no idea how to handle a horrible situation that might come with the diagnosis of a medical doctor. And so I started to explain to them the Dr. Schulze system. Now, the system that they were training was called Rapid Assault Tactics, the RAT. And it's how to kill people as quickly as possible when you're unarmed. I taught them the Dr. Schulze RAT, which was a system that most of you know. It's what to do when a doctor tells you that you have a life-threatening disease, that you may have days or hours to live, and that there's nothing that can be done. And so we know that system is everything. Everything we do, from superfood to bowel cleansing, to building up our immune system, to the bowel detox and the liver detox and the kidney detox, and all our individual specific formula. It's the 5-day detoxes, it's the Incurables program, it's the 30-day detox. And what the founders realized was I had rapid assault tactics for disease. They had rapid assault tactics against terrorists. I've always looked at disease as like a terrorist, and in fact I've called it that in many articles I've written, and this is why I fit right in with this elite organization, just in a little bit of a different way. And so I talked to them about healing diseases. Another reason they asked me to come and speak is because many of the people in the organization had already used my programs and found that they were rapid assault tactics against disease. In fact, one of them was very sick himself and healed himself using our programs. Another one there says his brother was told by medical doctors that he would be dead soon with liver disease, and he did our liver detox and our 30-day program. And so it was exciting to hear how many of these people already knew about me because they had used the Dr. Schulze RAT, the Dr. Schulze Rapid Assault Tactics to heal themselves or their loved ones. And so, wow, what a fun day it was for me there. And it reminded me a lot of the clinic, because when I was in my clinic, this is what I did, especially in the last decade or last 10 years of my clinic. I mostly worked with terrorist diseases, diseases that when a doctor tells you you have it, you're pretty much dead. The prognosis is you'll be dead in a month or two. All doctors agree to that. You feel horrible. You can look in the medical books and there's no cure for these diseases. And this is what I did in the last decade of my practice as I took on the incurables, the worst of the worst, the people with heart disease so bad they couldn't even get out of their cars and walk up 3 steps to my clinic, the people with cancer that had metastasized through their entire body. This was where I developed Dr. Schulze's rapid assault tactics against degenerative disease. neurological diseases, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's, all the many, many, many hundreds of diseases that doctors say there's no cure for. And when I was working in the clinic with these people, many people came to see me, and as they said, is there anything that you can do to help my mother? She's not going to come and see you. She's not going to drink juice. She's not going to start exercising. She's overweight. And I said the same thing to them that their doctors had said to them. No, there's nothing that can be done. And after saying that about 20 or 30 times to patients and writing off their lazy-ass relatives who wouldn't eat right, think right, drink right, move their asses, lose a few pounds, and get well, I realized I was saying the same thing the medical doctors had said to my patients. There's no hope. There's nothing that can be done. Sorry. And I thought, I'm no better than these MDs that are giving all this horrendously bad information to my patients, telling them they can't heal themselves from alateral sclerosis and Lou Gehrig's disease and myasthenia gravis and leukemia and dementia and Alzheimer's disease and diabetes. The medical doctors had told all my patients they couldn't be well, and I'm telling them they can be well, but I'm telling them their relatives can't be well. And it never felt good. So after a little bit of time of doing this, I realized I know herbs that can protect people in spite of what they do. No matter what they do. I know herbs that can protect you. And I started giving my patients these herbs, not only for them, because they were at death's door, but also for their relatives that wouldn't do anything. As I said, they wouldn't eat right, they wouldn't change their food programs, they wouldn't even drink juice. Forget exercising, these people wouldn't get out of bed. They were on unemployment, lying in bed, watching soap operas, drinking maybe Diet Coke was the best thing that they were doing. They weren't healthy people. And I started getting these people on this formula, and it first stopped the progression of their disease, but secondly, protected them while they were trying to kill themselves on a daily basis. And so I really developed some program, and I really developed an herbal formula for all the people we love that won't live right. And I used it in the clinic, and I'm just thrilled that we finally got it together with American Botanical and put it together, and we're releasing it now. So that's really what I want to talk to you about today, is that, yeah, Dr. Schulze is a disease anti-terrorist natural healing cosmonaut. That is my speciality. And that's why I was asked to teach at this event, because give me any of the worst diseases that exist on this planet, and I can show you multiple people that have made them disappear and go away by changing their lifestyle and doing my programs. And so that's who I am. But I'm also this other guy that has developed powerful herbal formula for people that won't do anything. And it's not what I want to do, but we all know those people. We all know people. Often it's our parents. Could be aunts and uncles. Sometimes it's our brothers and sisters, and sometimes it's our kids that are sick and unwell. We know they're a ticking time bomb, is what I like to call it. We know it's just a matter of time. We can stick our head in the sand like an ostrich, but we know it's just a matter of time before they blow up. And is there something we can do? And that's what the Protect formula is about today.